Hi everyone, this is Drake with Discount Hockey, and today we're going to take a look at the 2017 Bauer Vapor 1X ice skates. Let's jump right in. Let's open up the box, see what we got inside. So, you get two speed plates, Bauer speed plates, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The steel removal tool, which we will also talk about later. But most importantly, we get the ice skates. So Bauer Vapor skates offer a tapered fit, which means that they have a really tight heel, and then a more medium to a little bit wider forefoot toe box region. So nice heel lock, and then a little bit more comfortable through the front. They are good for people with what's called low profile feet. So basically on the top of the foot right here, there's not a lot of protrusion. They kind of curve down nice and low. So let's take a look at the new features. So not really a feature, but on the outside of the skates, Bauer went very dark on the 2017 model. When I went to Montreal a few months ago to learn about these skates, their lead designer on the skate project, he said that they wanted to be very subtle, but yet still stand out. So the dark skates, white ice, stand out a lot more. But then the new features. So you get the Flex Lock Pro tongue, which is this, and we'll go into detail into these in a little bit. The Lock Fit Pro liner on the inside, and then the most important new feature is the asymmetrical quarter package. So right now I'm holding the right skate, so on the outside edge it's going to be a little bit shallower, and then the inside edge is going to be a little bit deeper. So what these differences do is that tighter turns on the inside, the quarter package, it'll give you a little bit better balance basically. So then the lower profile outside edge makes it easier for crossover, skating backwards, etc. Moving on to the tongue, we have the all-new Flex Lock Pro tongue. So this is just a 52-ounce felt white tongue, kind of the same thing as last generation, but this year Bauer added these red composite inserts that wrap around the front of the foot, especially when you bake the skates. When you bake it, it wraps nice and close, keeps the tops of your foot and the front of your ankles nice and protected when blocking shots. They're really rigid too. They're nice and stiff too. So like blocking shots with these, you don't really feel anything. And it's crazy because a lot of people would think that adding padding to the front of the tongue would add more weight to it, but these are so light. Honestly, I don't even notice it, except for how protective it feels and how close it wraps around my ankle. The Lock Fit Pro liner, not a really exciting new feature, so to speak, but they changed the material. They don't use the 37.5 liner anymore. It's just the way that it's shaped. It kind of wraps around your heel a little better, wraps over the forefoot. It is noticeable. I've skated in these skates a few times now. My foot is definitely a lot more locked in place than it was on the original 1X. Not saying that it wasn't at all on the first one, but just a little bit more. It's a nice added touch to the skates. So the last new feature found in the 2017 Vapor 1X skates is the new facing system, or the eyelets as they're more commonly called. In previous top-of-the-line skates that Bauer had released, they had this T-shape in the top, like 2 or 3 eyelets. But this year, Bauer put that T-shape all the way through until the very top eyelet. So what that T-shape does is that it locks the laces in place. So sometimes when you're skating, you can kind of feel your laces loosening up over the course of the game, or even as soon as you step on the ice. But basically, the laces will not do that anymore on these skates. They'll stay locked nice and tight. You won't have to adjust them. Get them tight in the locker room. They'll stay tight all game long. Some of the carryover features from the skates are going to be the Toque Lightspeed Edge holder. This has been around for a couple generations of skates, but basically this holder has a trigger on it that will release your steel. So if you're in the middle of a game, either you lose an edge, your steel breaks, you need to swap it out. Older skates, not going to be able to take your steel out. You're going to have to get a whole new skate or suffer through it for the entire game. So if in the event you lose an edge or something during the game, all you have to do is pull this trigger and then take that steel removal tool, and your steel pops right out. Boom. Now you get your new steel, line it up, use a towel if you're using sharpened skates. These ones aren't sharpened yet, so please squeeze that trigger and then boom, new steel. So then the next thing, you're going to get the LS4 Steel, this has also been around since the last Vapor 1X in about 2015. There were some durability issues with the first generation's LS4, but Bauer has since addressed them, fixed it. So you're getting a very lightweight steel, keeps an edge for a pretty long time. And yeah, so speed plates too. This is another thing that comes with it. Once again, these have been around for a little bit now. We'll take one out of its box. So the speed plate, it's a footbed that goes in. It's rigid, but it's thermoformable. So you see these black lines on the speed plate. These are, you put these in the oven. Those black lines eventually, once they get warm enough, fade away, and then this thing becomes really flexible, almost like a noodle. And then you stick it in the boot, step into it, and then it hardens itself once it cools down, and then becomes nice and rigid. So this gives you a lot of contact with your foot to the skate. Yeah, it gives you a little bit better balance, more power in your strides. It's pretty cool technology. It's nice and comfortable too. You'd think that standing on something rigid for a long time would kind of hurt your feet, but I've been skating in these for a few years. Honestly, I don't even notice them anymore. They're that comfortable. So another feature found in the 1X skates on the bottom side is this vented carbon outsole. So this is 4 pretty good sized holes on the bottom that allow sweat to drain out through the bottom of the skate, and then same sort of thing, melted ice, spray from the ice, whatever, that will also drain out of the bottom. So keeps your feet nice and dry all game long, no sweaty blisters, general discomfort, etc., etc. Same sort of thing when you get home, when you air your skates out, which you should be doing, by the way, not to be your mom or anything, but when you get home, yeah, same thing. Sweat drains out of it. They'll stay dry. They'll be dry by the next time you play. So if you're looking for a brand new pair of skates, want to get a nice tapered fit, good heel lock, check out the 2017 Bauer Vapor 1X ice skates from Discount Hockey Today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the ice.